What's good, y'all? It's Abwon, and this is another episode of Before You Watch, spoiler-free reviews. My last review was for Nope, the Jordan Peele sci-fi film. Make sure you go check that out. And make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell for all the new content. This Untold series on Netflix is a docu-series about things that's happened in sports, untold stories from sports. They had the Malice in the Palace, which was one of the first ones I did. They've got one about Bruce Jenner. And this particular one, they had one about one, but that was also great. But Operation Flagrant Foul was the one that I looked to the most. The one about Manti Te'o was good too, but Operation Flagrant Foul, I've already known about this story, but once I saw that they were actually making a documentary about it, I said I gotta watch it because it's crazy. I speak to a lot of people and they never heard of this Tim Donaghy story. It's like it happened and then it kind of got swept under the rug, but we know why that is. I'm just gonna give you a quick synopsis here. Tim Donaghy is a referee. He pretty much rose through the ranks, and he got knocked for pretty much betting on his own games. And some people may not feel like that's a big deal, but when you're a referee in the NBA or a referee in a professional sports environment, period, that is a big deal. Because essentially you're rigging the game and, the integrity is lost. So I knew about this because I was watching a bunch of games back then and I was like, something ain't right. The one thing I do like about the documentary is that I feel like everybody's as transparent as they can be. Tim Donaghy himself didn't mention other people that he was working with other than a few others, but they do show who he was with. His wife is also there corroborating a lot of reports about other referees too. Now, some people may say, "Oh, how you gonna rig a game? You can't control whether a player makes the shot or not." And I'm like, okay, cool, that's right. But I've seen other documentaries on rigging games and the players that were part of it, and they would deliberately miss the shots. However, this particular documentary speaks on the officiating side of it. So Allen Iverson and a ref had a problem, so the refs before these games would meet up and they would talk about, we're not going to let Allen Iverson get away with such and such. And they kept calling this particular call on him that was like a pivotal part of his game. And they ended up losing because every time he got called on it, he wasn't scoring. He was having a bad night. Mentally, once you're taken out of the game, period, it's over. You're not getting back into it. So when it comes to Operation Flagrant Foul, they just showed how Tim Donaghy would do certain things. He would get insider tips, such and such player is not going to play tomorrow, or this person is suspended, and then he would make bets, and then it would kind of just evolve into, well, we're going to make sure this particular call is not called against this player, or we're going to make sure we call this on this player. And it's really not just Tim. That's another eye-opening thing about this documentary. They have other people on the record saying exactly what Tim was saying or exactly what Tim was doing from their own perspective. So, everybody knows professional wrestling is fake. I personally believe any sporting organization, whether it's boxing, whether it's NASCAR, whether it's the NFL, when you're dealing with millions and billions of dollars, especially now that sports betting is legal, I do feel like there's some sort of rigonometry going on behind the scenes. The FBI gets on track to Tim Donaghy, and then, he's threatening to expose other referees involved and this, that, and the third. And then you just start to see things transpire. They have David Stern under investigation, and things just happened where Tim Donaghy was pretty much placed as the only referee that received the blame. However, they do show that referees that were working directly with him on games that he was rigging himself are still referees today. Take whatever you want with that information and process it however you feel. Even though now it is a players' league, they get to really dictate what happens and where it happens and why it happens in the NBA. The referees pretty much run the game. Tim Donaghy, I don't believe, was the only one that was doing what he was doing. But you can watch the documentary, do whatever you want. I'm still gonna watch the NBA. I love it. I still watch sports. So I'm not a player. I'm not getting paid to be a fan. So at the end of the day, I'm looking at it like, if it is rigged, whatever. It ain't paying my bills. So it just is what it is. I'm just watching it. Anyway, I'm going to give Operation Flagrant Foul a 9 out of 10. Make sure you watch it. It's only like an hour and change. It's easily bingeable. All of these untold episodes are really short, but they're very, very intense and very engaging. Make sure you check it out. Operation Flagrant Foul, 9 out of 10. It's on Netflix. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Let me know what you thought, man. I'm out of here. Peace.